What is a ratio? When two numbers or quantities of the same kind are given and we determine the number of time one quantity contain another quantity, we are set to determine the ratio between the given numbers or quantities. Let us go with the help of an example. The ratio between rupees 2 and rupees 3. As we know, we can write it as fraction, that is 2 by 3. So it can be written as in the ratio 2 is to 3. Let us go how to find out the ratios. A has rupees 92 while B has rupees 46. What is the ratio of the amount with them? Here two quantities are given, that is rupees 92 and rupees 46. That means A is to B is equal to rupees 92 is to rupees 46. As we know, ratio does not require any unit. So both are divided with 46. We have 2 is to 1 in the simplest form. Ratio always in simplest form. How to find out the compound ratio of 2 is to 3 and 4 is to 5? Compound ratio mean antecedent into antecedent is to consequent into consequent. So 2 into 4 is to 3 into 5. That is equal to 8 is to 15. 2 and 4 are the antecedent and 3 and 5 are the consequent. Next question. If 16 is the antecedent of 4 is to 5, what is the consequent equal to that one? 5 into 4 is 20 because 4 into 4 is 16. How to compare the ratios? That means bigger, smaller or equal. 6 is to 7 and 9 is to 10 are the two numbers, two ratios are given. Which are bigger? So convert them, both of them into fraction. That means 6 is to 7 as 6 by 7 and 9 is to 10 as 9 by 10. Then find the LCM of the denominator as we have learned in fraction. So 7 and 10 LCM is 70. Multiply both fraction with the help of 10. So the first one we can have 60 and second one we can have 63. Obviously 63 is the bigger, so second ratio is bigger. Even you can use the cross multiplication method also. If we have different quantities, different value, let us see how to find out. 90 paise to rupees 3. 90 paise and rupees 3 has different value, so make them into same value. That means 3 multiply with 100 paise, so that we can have 90 paise is to 300 paise. So both are in the simplest form, that is 3 is to 10. Ratio always must be in simplest form. Let us go with another type of questions. Rupees 1500 is to be divided in the ratio 3 is to 4 is to 8. The ratio is 3 is to 4 is to 8. That is the given ratio. In this ratio, we have to divide this 1500 into 3 parts, so that the first one will take 3 part out of total part and 4 part out of total part and 8 part out of total part, and the sum of the ratio, that is the total part. That means 3 plus 4 plus 8. 3 plus 4 plus 8 is equal to 15. So that is the total part. So first share is equal to 3 share out of 15 into rupees 1500. That is equal to rupees 300. And second part is, otherwise second ratio is 4 out of 15 into rupees 1500. That is rupees 400. The same way, third part is 8 out of 15 into rupees 1500. That is the 800. Sometimes the ratio may be given in fraction. So we must write that fraction in the simplest form. That means 1 by 2 is to 3 by 4. We have to write it as 1 by 2 into reciprocal the second one 4 by 3. So 4 by 3, 3 by 4 means instead of division we have to multiply. So that we can understand both 2 and 4 can be cancelled with the help of 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So 1 is to 6 we can have the, 2 is to 3 we can have the ratio 1 into 2 and 1 into 3. Next one, let us go for one more question. 2 by 3 is to 1 by 3. So is equal to 2 by 3 into the reciprocal of 1 by 3, that is 3 by 1. So here both the denominators are same. So we can even direct we can write when the denominators are same, we can cancel both the denominators, and so we can write the ratio as the numerator 2:1. So we can use the LCM method also here. Here we have a proportion question. In proportion, the first, second and fourth terms are 150, 240 and 136 respectively. Find the third term. We don't know the third term, and only we know product of mean is equal to product of extreme. That mean mean into mean is equal to extreme into extreme. So A mean is equal to product of extreme divided by other mean. So mean means here the third term and second term. So third term is missing. So third term is equal to 150 into 136 divided by 240, that is 85. Remember, first and fourth term are known as means, and the second and third terms are known as extremes. So the question mean we are missing. That's why we use product of extreme is equal to product of means. Let us go for the another question. If A is to B as C is to D, as means equal to, AD is equal to BC is the answer. That means product of extreme is equal to product of means. So A is equal to BC divided by D. Yeah, D is equal to BC divided by A. So if it comes same, mean sometimes comes same. A is to B as B is to C. Here B is same. B into B is known as B square. That is AC. So B alone is under root of AC. If the price of 6 copies of a book is rupees 720, find the price of 9 copies. Let the price of 9 copies be X, because that is missing. We can use this unitary method question also we can use in the form of proportion. So we can write it as 6:9 equal to 720:X. 6:9 is equal to 720:X. As or equal, both are same. So in direct variation, always remember less articles cost less cost and more article cost more. So 6x product of extreme is equal to product of means. So x is equal to 6480 divided by 6, that is the cost of copies. Always remember the given points. Ratio express two quantities with the same kind. Here I had written ratio express two quantities only with the same kind, meaning of same value, same unit. Ratio does not have any unit. A proportion states that two ratios are equal. In a ratio, first term is known as antecedent, second term is known as consequent. In proportion, first and fourth term are extremes and second and third terms are means. A ratio should be in simplest form. Order is very important. Let's see what are antecedent and consequent. Here 3 is the antecedent and 4 is the consequent. And how to write in simplest form? 40 and 30. We must have to write 4:3, not 3:4. 2:3 as 4:6, and 2 and 6 are extremes and 3 and 4 are means. Product of extreme is equal to 2 into 6, 12. Product of mean is equal to 3 into 4 is equal to 12. That means in proportion, product of extremes is equal to product of means always. Don't forget that point. If you want to understand more, you watch again and again. So do well in the exams. With another video, we will see soon. If you have not subscribed, subscribe it now so that you will not miss the videos. See you soon. Bye.